I think it's very important for everyone listening to understand the budget process. So if you listeners have worked for a business at any time during your life, you know that most managers are required to do a budget at least on an annual basis, if not more frequently. And it is our best guess about what to expect for revenues in the future, and then we match those with expenditures. The expenditure part of this is really a promise. If you are or your organization is a part of the line item budget, and the legislature promises to pay you X amount of dollars, 2016, 2017, you expect that and you plan around it. And therefore it's very important for the legislature to get it right, for starters. The amount needs to be right, and to make sure that we do fund when we promise that we're going to fund. The Republican House in particular, the last 2 years, had quite a time on its hands with an administration that wanted to drastically raise taxes. The first go-around from our governor was an increase of 21% in the personal income tax, approximately 14 or 15% in the sales and use tax, plus approximately 50 new items as well would be taxed. We had no stomach for that. So we fought long and hard, and everyone realized that 9 months was a very long time. In fact, I believe it's a record in the United States of America. So we want to get this right going forward. Now, the $200 million in new funding for basic education brings the total now to the highest dollar amount that the legislature has funded schools ever in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. If for some reason our revenues do not amount to $200,000 in new spending, then there's a couple of possibilities that we would do. The first one that comes to mind is a bond issue. That we will try to avoid. It does require interest payments over a period of time. It's hard to speculate how long that would be, probably 20 years, but it might even be 25 or 30 years. So we would be saddling our children and our grandchildren with an expenditure that takes place today, and we don't consider that a particularly good idea. Other methods that might be used in the future would be supplemental budgets, and this is not unheard of. This has been done in the past, where the legislature gets together and considers an additional spending plan over and above what was given before. And the other one would be, and this one has been flirted with by different organizations, or different groups rather, the possibility of a broad decrease in the spending, such as a 2% across the board limitation for the following year. So it's a balancing act, and the appropriations people get to work on it. Usually they start in October with the hopes of having it all over by June. That doesn't always work out, as we've now seen.